Good morning. Next is aryl halides. Aryl halides. Aryl halides means the benzene ring with a halogen atom. This is aryl halides, and we discuss the nucleophilic substitution reaction of aryl halides. Nucleophilic substitution reaction of aryl halides. What do you mean by nucleophilic substitution reaction? We have already studied SN2 and SN1 reaction. That means one nucleophile is replaced by another nucleophile. So here you can see that aryl halide means X is a halogen. If I take chlorine, when it reacts with nucleophile, suppose OH minus, this OH minus is or the Cl minus is replaced by OH minus. That type of reaction is known as nucleophilic substitution reaction. That means replacement of the halogen atom by a nucleophile. Okay, so what you will get? We get the nucleophile is attaching to the benzene ring plus what will form X minus. So nucleophile, what do you mean by nucleophile? Usually negatively charged species or species with unshaded pair of electrons. So the nucleophile, this is a negatively charged species, this is coming to the ring, and X minus is leaving. That means that is nucleophilic substitution. One nucleophile is substituted with another one. Now under normal condition, aryl halides will not undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction and will not undergo nucleophilic substitution. This reaction under normal condition will not happen. But in alkyl halides that we have studied by SN2 reaction or SN1 reaction, nucleophilic substitution reaction is possible. But aryl halides are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. First reason why this reaction is very rare, or the reaction is will not undergo immediately. Okay, so what is the reason why this nucleophilic substitution is not easy? Why it is not easy? But why this reaction is not occur very frequently, not occurring very quickly? First reason, you can see that this halogen is attached to this carbon. This carbon is all the carbon atom in benzene is sp2 hybridized. That means here you can see that this carbon is sp2 hybridized. First condition, halogen is attached to sp2 hybridized carbon. Halogen is attached to sp2 hybridized carbon, and this sp2 hybridized carbon is more electronegative than sp3 hybridized carbon. There, since sp2 hybridized carbon is more electronegative, this bond will become shorter and stronger. Okay, so first condition, what is that? Halogen attached to sp2 hybridized carbon. Second, this sp2 hybridized carbon is the carbon is more electronegative, electronegative. Therefore, third, the bond will become the CX, carbon halogen bond will become shorter. When the bond is shorter, it will become stronger. Okay, the bond will become shorter, and hence it will become stronger. Therefore, the cleavage of this CX bond is difficult. Another reason, you can see that after removing, but if you remove this halogen, then what will happen? You will get a positive charge on this. You will get a positive charge on this carbon. Okay, that means sp2 hybridized carbon with a positive charge is highly unstable. Now sp2 carbon with the positive charge is highly unstable. This carbocation is highly unstable. like our SN1, what is happening? Carbocation is forming, but we know that tertiary carbocation, such a carbocation are stable. But here, if you create a carbocation, if you remove this, if you take this halogen, suppose by anyway you are removing this halogen, after that what will happen? Here is a positive charge. This type of carbocations are highly unstable. Okay. And you can see that this is our alkyl halide. Another reason you can see that the nucleophile is means electron rich species. When it is coming to the when coming to attach the ring, you can see that the ring is also, because of this pi electron cloud, that means ring is also having a negative charge, or the electron density of the electron, the ring is also highly negative. Therefore, there could be a repulsion between the electron density of the ring and the incoming nucleophile. This is electron rich, the ring is electron rich, and the incoming nucleophile is also electron rich. Therefore, there could be a repulsion between these two, and that also another reason why nucleophilic substitution is not easier in the case of aryl halides. Okay. Now, this is the reason. These are the reasons why nucleophilic or aryl halides are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. One is the carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon. Therefore, the carbon is more electronegative. Therefore, what will happen? The carbon halogen bond will become shorter and it will become stronger. Breaking of such a bond is very difficult. Second one, you can see that if you remove a halogen from the carbon, this carbon will get a positive charge. That means a positive charge is created on a sp2 hybridized carbon that is highly unstable. Third reason, there could be a repulsion between the incoming nucleophile and the electron density of the ring. Okay, so because of this reason, aryl halides are less reactive towards nucleophilic substitution reaction. But in certain cases, aryl halides will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so look at here. When aryl halides are undergoing nucleophilic substitution reaction, first one, look at it here. Aryl halides can undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. First one, in the presence of strong base, in the presence of a strong base like sodium amide NaNH2, or potassium amide KNH2. Okay, in the presence of strong base like sodium amide NaNH2 or potassium amide, this will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. That mechanism is known as elimination addition mechanism. Or it is known as Benzene mechanism. Very important, Benzene mechanism. Elimination addition mechanism or Benzene mechanism. What is elimination addition mechanism? Look at it here. Here it is our this is our aryl halide. This is our aryl halide. Suppose it is here it is chlorine, and we know that this is our base NaNH2. NaNH2 means Na plus and NH2 minus. Or you can see that this is our nucleophile. This NH2 minus is our nucleophile. Okay, this is our nucleophile. Now you can see that. You can see that. Look at it here. I am taking this part, double bond, and of course here is a hydrogen. Here is a hydrogen. What will happen? The base or the nucleophile, this nucleophile or the base, this nucleophile removes this proton, and you can see that. You put the halogen here, Cl. Okay, now it is clear. Now you can see that here is our halogen. Okay, chlorobenzene only. Look at here. This is chlorobenzene. Okay, here is a hydrogen, and look at here. This is our nucleophile. NaNH2 means NH2 minus. This is our nucleophile. This nucleophile removes this proton, and what will happen? This bond is shifted to here. Simultaneously, what will be eliminated? Cl minus. So we get intermediate structure like this. Here it is like this, here it is like this, and you can see that one more bond is forming here. This intermediate is known as benzene. This is highly unstable. Plus what will form? Plus what will be eliminated? Cl minus. Plus what will be there? NH2 minus is taking a H plus. So it will change into NH3. This is the step 1. So, step 1. This step is elimination step. Step 1. Step 1. Okay. This step is step 1. That is elimination step. Elimination. What is eliminating here? Cl minus is eliminating. So once again, look at it here. I can explain once again this same step. Okay, I am taking chlorobenzene. Look at it here. Chlorobenzene. Okay. You can put chlorine anywhere in the ring. This is chlorobenzene, and our nucleophile. Nucleophile is NH2 minus. We have studied this NaOH in the SN2 and SN1 reaction. NaOH, we are taking OH minus as the nucleophile. Here it is NaNH2. NH2 is the nucleophile. This nucleophile removes a proton from here. Then what will happen? This bond is shifting to here. Cl is removing, okay, or eliminated. So you get a structure like this. Okay, here is a triple bond. Okay, and this structure is known as benzene. Benzene intermediate plus what is eliminating Cl minus plus what will be forming NH3. This is the first step. What is that? Elimination step. Now step 2. Addition step. Step 2. Addition step. Look at here. What do you mean by addition step? So this is our benzene. Okay, this is our benzene. Now this benzene again our nucleophile NH2 minus. This NH2 minus. Okay, this NH2 minus is attacking on this carbon. Okay, attacking on this carbon. So what will happen? This bond is shifting to this carbon. Okay, so what we get? We get a structure like this. Here it is like this. Okay, here it is a double bond, and here what is coming? NH2 is coming. NH2 is attached, and this pair of electron is moving to this carbon. So this carbon is getting a pair of electron and a negative charge. Okay, now the last step. Protonation. Step 3. Protonation step. Okay, look at this structure. Okay, look at this structure. Okay, here it is like this. Okay, here it is NH2, and here it is a negative charge. And we know that in the first step ammonia is formed, or ammonia can be written as HNH2. Okay, or this reaction is carrying out in the presence of liquid ammonia. In the solvent also liquid ammonia. So from that ammonia, or in the first step ammonia is forming, or from there you can write ammonia is HNH2. NH3 can be written as HNH2. This are negatively charged. This will abstract a proton. Okay, and what will happen? This pair of electron will go back to nitrogen, and what we get here, it is like this. Okay, now H is coming back to this position, so no need to show, or you can simply show H here. Okay, or you can say that the H is coming back and the negative charge is removed, and here it is NH2. Here it is NH2. This is aniline. Here is this aniline. So here you can see that what is replaced by NH2, the Cl, the halogen Cl minus is eliminated, NH2 minus is got into the ring. That means nucleophilic substitution reaction. This reaction is proceeding via benzene intermediate. Therefore this reaction mechanism is known as first step is elimination, second step is addition. Elimination addition mechanism, or benzene mechanism. Okay, hope it is clear to you. Okay, NH2 minus is attacking on this one. This pair of electron is moving to here. Here it is negative charge. That negative charge is removed by the abstraction of a proton from ammonia. What is this one? HNH2. Actually this is ammonia. NH3. Okay, so what is happening? It is coming to here, and we get back our we get back our nucleophile NH2 minus. Okay, so this is aniline. Now, so nucleophilic substitution reaction, aryl halides can undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. First condition, in the presence of a strong base like NaNH2 or KNH2 potassium amide or sodium amide. Okay. And the mechanism is known as Benzene mechanism. Now another condition that means the aryl halides can undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction if there is an electron withdrawing group is present on the ring. Second possibility, if the presence of electron withdrawing group on the ring group ortho or para to the halogen. Okay, the presence of electron withdrawing group at ortho or para position to the halogen in the ring. Okay, that means if you take, okay, here it is like this. This is our halogen. If the presence of electron withdrawing group, which are the electron withdrawing group? Of course, NO2 group is electron withdrawing group. COH group is electron withdrawing group. Suppose here it is NO2 group. Okay, such type of compound, if there are presence of this is what is this one? This is electron withdrawing group EW. Such groups are present on the ring. Then the aryl halide, this aryl halide will immediately undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now this compound will undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. The mechanism is known as, in the presence of electron withdrawing group, the mechanism is known as addition elimination mechanism. Addition elimination mechanism. The previous one was elimination addition mechanism. Here it is addition elimination mechanism or bimolecular elimination mechanism. Okay, bimolecular eliminate. Look at here the mechanism. This mechanism, when the mechanism is known as addition elimination, the presence of electron withdrawing group. This is electron withdrawing group. Okay, such group is present on the ring. That type of nucleophilic substitution reactions are known as the mechanism is known as addition elimination. Now I am taking a nucleophile. You can take our normal nucleophile. What we are taking? We are taking NaOH, which is our nucleophile. OH minus is the nucleophile. Okay. So as the mechanism name is addition elimination. What do you mean by addition elimination? First step is addition. So look at here. When you write NO2, the actual structure of NO2 is N double bond O and O minus and N plus. Okay, what do you mean by addition elimination? First step is addition. That means this nucleophile, this is our nucleophile. The nucleophile is attacking on this halogen bearing carbon. The nucleophile is attacking on this carbon, halogen bearing carbon. Then what will happen? As you know, this pair of electron will be moved to this carbon. Okay, so we get the first structure like this. Okay, and here it is Cl and here it is OH. OH is attached to the carbon to which the halogen is present, and here it is a pair of electron and a negative charge, and these bonds are here, and here it is a N double bond O minus and a positive charge. And in the next step what will happen? This will be shifted to here. So here it will become a double bond. Then this double bond is shifting to here. Okay, then what will happen to this double bond? This double bond is migrating to oxygen. Okay, so this pair of electron is coming. Here will become a double bond. This bond is shifting to here. Here it will become a double bond. This is shifting here. Oxygen is getting a pair of electron and a negative charge. So what we get? We get a structure like this. Look at it here. Okay, here it is Cl and here it is OH, and here is a double bond, and here you can see that this double bond is here. Since this bond breaks from this carbon shifting to here, here is a double bond, and since the bond is shifting to oxygen, oxygen is getting a pair of electron and a negative charge, and here it is O minus. Of course, again nitrogen is having a positive charge. Clear? This is coming here, double bond, this bond is shift oxygen. Now in the next step what is happening? Look at it here. This pair of electron is coming back, correct? Then this bond breaks and it will be shifted to here, correct? Then what will happen? This pair of electron will move to this carbon. Okay, so what we get? We get a next structure like this. Look at it here. Okay, here it is like this, and here it is Cl, and here it is OH, and here is a double bond, and here you can see that it is a single bond. Now here it is become double bond, and this will become single bond, and here it is O minus, and this is N plus. Okay, and this bond is shifting to, here is a double bond, this bond is shifting to this carbon, here is a pair of electron. Okay, and in the last you can see that this pair of electron will be shifted to here, then our Cl is removed. Now in the last step you can see that Cl is removed. This is elimination. So what we get in the place of so here is, okay, here is OH in the place of Cl. In the place of Cl, what is remaining? OH only. Okay, and here it is NO2. Okay, this is para position nitro group, para nitrophenol. Okay, this mechanism is known as first it is addition, then last only elimination. Addition elimination mechanism, or bimolecular addition elimination mechanism. Okay, so that's all about this module, and we continue the next class with a new module. Thank you.